Okay. Okay. That was pretty fucking funny. Cause yeah, there were too many things that might have been open, alright. And I may have flown too close to the sun. And holy shit. Holy shit. Pressing the corruption button destroyed everything. Just a little too much. Now, the funny thing is I don't know how often or if ever Virtual Villages saves. So, this will be interesting to see. Let me just I've got nothing else open, by the way. So just Virtual Villages. Right. Oh, good. Nothing changed. Wonderful. Isn't that just great for autosaves? Just look, it's like nothing ever happened. We're back. Never mind that you can't hear the game. Don't worry about that. You can hear it? Wait, you can hear it? Why can't I hear it? Oh, no, we're doing this again? Oh, hang on. I think I know why. Okay, I can hear it now. So... Speaking of absolute insanity, where is it? It's in puzzles, statistics. So, the person who's rank number 1 for real hours played probably has never logged into their Virtual Villages save in like a billion years, right? Like since day 1 of the game. So I don't think it's possible to become rank number 1 for real hours played because you're forever chasing an unobtainable goal. Like, I just don't think it's possible. As long as nobody dies, I'm still rank 1 for this though. Alright. As long as nobody dies. The very first, yeah, the dev who first started the game, has fucking the maximum amount of hours anyone can possibly have. What's interesting though is it seems the village is self-sustaining, and almost have enough tech points to get science. Are they still... Okay, an hour and then 81 minutes. Shit! Shit! What's something less intensive I could do? Is there another stimulation clicker out there? Is there another one of those? I'll do another stimulation clicker if it exists. Oh shit, a mushroom. In Roblox? Oh my god. No way. No way. Who's fucking baiting in Roblox? Sugar is dead now, by the way. She's died in the chaos. Oh my god. Yeah, they're doing free giveaways in the chat? No fucking way. No fucking way. You know what we can do in the meantime while waiting for Virtual Villages to village. I can move this over a little bit. Gives me some room to work with. I'll put something there in a minute. It's like the bots with their own giveaways in a giveaway stream. Guys, no, don't watch this streamer. We got our own giveaways. No, please. I'm not gonna put Subway Surfers in that spot, but I could. Don't tempt me. I want to go to some Steam discussions. Just various communities and just see what people are talking about. Not obviously not getting too in depth with it. But just various things. The temptation. I mean, like, look, all I'd have to do if I really wanted to do it is I do this. Fucking just crop it out a little bit, right? Let's do a little bit of cropping. And just sneak it right here, right? There you go. But let me grab like actual the thing. Lobotomy Corporation. So okay, I saw the Lobotomy Corporation. I don't know what that game is, but I saw it. It doesn't look as crazy as what people keep telling me it is. Like, what? I don't know what it's about. SCP management? Oh my god. Oh my heckin' god. Oh, I see. Fuck it is. There's no way. There's no way. Actually. You know what? Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. I got things. I got things for you. Oh god, Subway Surfers is in the way. Subway Surfers. Like, look, I can't have everything everywhere all at once, all right? You're just gonna get a little Subway. Just a little bit. Oh, I don't need this right side. I forgot. Sort of Steam discussions. It's not there. Well, I'll keep it small, okay? Oh, you don't have to see everything. Oh, I forgot. I could just shrink it this way. It doesn't have to be this big. I could do this. Oh, I've evaporated it. Shit. Wait, let me make it a bit wider. Okay. I mean, first off, I just wanted to see if Concord even existed. It still does. It's still here. It's not gone yet. Do I need this top area? Not quite. This is also a fucking massive essay post. So hold the fucking phone before I click on that. Seen some insane shit. Oh my god. Hang on. Let me just open like regular Steam. Let me fucking another fucking tab open. Because I'm pretty sure I saw the Lobotomy Corporation. It's not what I think it is, or rather like I swear it looks different than what I keep getting told it is. Yeah, the monster management thing. A roguelite monster management simulation inspired by the likes of SCP Foundation, Cabin in the Woods, and Warehouse 13. Order your employees to perform work with the creatures and watch as it unfolds. Harness greater energy and expand the facility. Oh. Why is it called Lobotomy Corporation? Oh. Oh my. I see. You can't when you retire. For law reasons, fair enough, fair enough. Having a spicy gander at the community tab. Well, what are people saying in the discussions? Whoa, there's a lot of discussions. Well, that's all good, Simply. That's all good. Because, I did see it another day, and I might end up getting it, because it was... the other day when I was looking up, games to play with a mouse, right? This was... And I know that's a very broad description for a game, alright? But it came up as one of the ones. Because, again, you only need a mouse, realistically, to play it. So it's on my radar. Title with a mouse. The reason why I've been looking for mouse-specific games is because while using a VR, I just want something to zone out to while, you know, just watching something else. And I mean, that's the easiest thing to do is just to fucking point and click it at shit. That's why I've been playing Slay the Spire so much, is because it's very easy to play. Okay, there is some wild shit. Hot damn. As a stream game, the roguelike part of the game interests me as well. I don't know how it's a roguelite. Also, wait, what? Mithra and Pyra? Oh, that's what you're referencing. So, okay. Concord is basically like dead and gone, and you can't really get to the Steam discussions for it anymore unless you Google search it. So I haven't looked at this since, holy shit, since fucking what? Like day 2 of season 2 of Steam discussions. I think that's the only time I looked at it, and the only time I ever looked at it. So, and at that point, that's when Concord was discontinued, like at that time. So now that it's been like dead for half a year at this point, basically, what are people are saying? Mithra and Pyra, though. Dor and Jabali having naked oiled up Torkov session next to an open campfire as Tio drools tiredly and mumbles incoherently in his rocking chair. Alright, and that's enough Concord Steam discussions for an entire lifetime. But no, what is this? What is this, like a massive essay post? Oh shit, it's even smaller now, hang on. I wanted to move it closer to my face so I could see it. Garu, thank you for the like as well. Shit, new high score. Fucking hell yeah. Unbelievable. Alright. Oh jeez. Okay. Genuinely missed this game. I've never given much thought to games that failed. I've been around for a handful of decades, and many games have come and go in that time. Yet, never once have I felt a sense of loss the way I do over Concord. Had a chance to watch Secret Levels episode on Concord, and it reignited what made the game so great to me. That fight against the guild, a chance for everyone to feel free and equal, the unique look of the world, And yes, even its characters. It reminded me of the excitement I had for what the game was and could have been. As the credits began to roll over the present realization that I'd never get to transport myself into that world again left me with a sense of loss. The kind I've never once felt before over a video game. This is a bit over extreme for a live service game, but it was just a hero shooter, okay? A little bit extreme. I'm sure if Marvel Rivals just randomly bit the bucket and just disappeared overnight, people would be genuinely upset about that. After everything that's been said about Concord, I don't think this person is being 100% serious with this particular post, but I'll take it at its word that he's being genuine, okay? That he actually... Because there are people out there that do feel something for a game, but, you know, at this point, you're just memeing, alright? Like, come on now. I'll never understand why it was targeted the way it was. Okay, yeah, he's baiting. The reoccurring theme seemed to revolve around the characters, and yet everyone who talked bad about the characters also hated hero shooters in general, so I couldn't find a sensible consensus. Concord was a sci-fi game set in an alternate universe with, admittedly, cartoony characters. Well, some at least. I never personally found anything wrong with any of them. In fact, I liked the developer was doing something different. There are so many games doing the same thing that it genuinely felt comforting to know that some people out there still have a sense of imagination and a sense of self. My opinions aside, fine, so be it. The characters weren't meant to be turned into fetishized obsessions. Got you. But so what? It's a video game. One of many out there. Sorry, one of many. Many out there. It should not be such an obsession of yours that you need to lead a hate campaign on every media platform and spam every forum to ensure any possible buyers would be scared off. That, to me, crosses a line and robs people of not only years of enjoyment, but jobs too. I don't think it's right to blame the people for organizing a quote-unquote hate campaign for the game. Yeah, people didn't like it, but that only came about because the game didn't sell well to begin with. If, hypothetically, the game popped off like Marvel Rivals and fucking sold like a gazillion copies in like the first 12 hours of release, I don't think people would give a shit about the characters or whether or not it's a copy-paste hero shooter. I don't think people would care. People only care because nobody played it. And then they started drawing the connection to, oh, it's probably because of DEI. That's why nobody played it. And then that just got said louder and louder as time went on, until eventually PlayStation was like, nah, fuck it. We can't keep this thing alive on life support. No one's gonna play it. But sure, whatever. It's the players. They did it. Opinions are one thing, but this went too far. Even more strange is you all are still at it. Okay, now, this is... People in the Dustborn community do this too, and I don't like it. I genuinely don't like it. Because when you say you all, who are you targeting? Like, specifically, who are you targeting? Because you can't just say this, because you're targeting every single reader who's reading your post. Am I still doing it? Am I to blame? What have I done? Which leads me to my next point, bot spam. It's clear many of these accounts aren't held by actual users, but bot farms meant to create dissonance in certain communities, much like what's happening on Twitter, only now with tools like AI. It's clearly gotten out of hand. I'm gonna stop you right there. This is totally false. I've been keeping track of the Dustborn community for quite some time, and yeah, there are people that randomly come in out of nowhere and spout like absolute fucking bullshit nonsense for no reason, but those are still real people. Shrek is a real person, despite the fact that he just outright refuses anything to do with DEI and just shits all over people with like chat GPT responses. He's a real person. I have that poor guy. I'm looking at I fucking hate that Subway Surfers on screen, by the way. I'm also looking at it. Holy shit. Just because they have level 0 accounts or the privated profiles or whatnot doesn't mean that they're bot fake accounts, alright? They're real people and they just parrot whatever the fuck they want from whatever fucking YouTuber or... what's the word I'm looking for? Person with a larger voice. They just parrot whatever they say. and just move on. All right, it happens with so many necros. You just see, like, again, I don't know how things from years ago can get necroed, but seeing like a random thread from like 5 months ago get resurfaced with somebody being like, haha, black people, all right, and then like, why did that get resurfaced? Why did you have to say that? How did you even find that thread? What was the point of this? And it comes from like a level 0 private account. It's like, is that a real person or not? Like, yes, they're real people. I feel like 99% of the time you're going to be finding a real person with a, like, a, granted, you might not agree with what they say, but they're a real person, all right? Just because they have a level 0 account does not mean that they're a bot. Or, well, okay, I don't think they're part of a fucking hate campaign either, by the way. I think that's just stupid. But people just don't like the game, all right? That doesn't mean they have to fly a certain banner. They just don't like the game. Granted, it's hard for anybody to say whether or not they dislike the game itself based on the game's merits, because the game doesn't exist anymore. And you can't have played it in the last, like, couple of months. Unless you pirated it, I don't know. Anyway. Sorry, I got thrown off on a tangent. How's Virtual Villages going? We're good? We're live? We got tech points? Holy fuck, hang on. Stop the presses. We got tech points. We got tech points. Whoa! Science! 150,000! Jesus Christ! How frequently do they gain tech points now, actually? Waiting for it. Is that 47? Brother. Oh. That was a pretty big jump, actually. I don't know by how much. My math isn't what it used to be, but that's a lot. I'm also curious to see if they'll start farming again, just randomly. And also, how's Sugar going with the baby? 45 minutes. An hour, okay. Alright, back to reading this nonsense. Oh my god, where was I up to? Oh. Though given how I was treated on this board, I have little faith in Steam staff to ever look into it. Simply, okay, look. I've seen this happen before with Jimzid. If you're reporting accounts that you think are bots but aren't actually bots, you're gonna get snapped back at by Steam moderation. They will just end up banning you instead. Simply put, this kind of hate has shown us what we have to look forward to if allowed to thrive unchecked. I've never been one for anti-speech rights, but if this is what freedom of expression looks like, then perhaps Game Forum should be reversed to those who own the game or those who have genuine questions about the game, with all other posts being filtered. This is not good. This is very bad, and this goes completely against freedom of speech, which you just said. You just said. People are allowed to their own opinion. You shouldn't lock games to game threads and filter out bad words, alright? I have mad respect for the Red Thread devs for just allowing some of the more, like, unhinged posters to stay. It's quite respectful, honestly. Because, you know, myself and other people in the community know who's the crazy ones, alright? They know. CJ, welcome to the stream as well. CJ, if you're here while I remember it, you might have a child named after you, perhaps. You just gotta wait like fucking 45 minutes for somebody to be born. Or, well, a baby to grow up so I can name them. They count as an individual. Sorry, but no. I don't agree with this, and I've never agreed with this ever, that game threads should be locked to game owners only. That's so shit. The fact that Unknown9 did it is pretty disrespectful, and probably it's not going to help the game or discussion about the game grow in any meaningful capacity. Granted, there is a zone for you to talk about Unknown9 if you don't own the game, but nobody looks at the fucking tabs on the right. If people looked at the tabs on the right, they wouldn't have these problems, alright? Also, the game's not on Steam anymore. Like, Of course they're not gonna have another tab for fucking game owner only discussions. I know he means this in games going forward, but no. Do you think Avowed is really gonna have like game owner only discussions? Do you think fucking what's the other one that's Assassin's Creed Shadows is gonna have like a game owner only thread? Like no, that can't be fucked. Also, that requires somebody literally going through and like, I know they do it on Reddit, and that's why people don't like Reddit, is that moderators do moderate the speech there, which is really bad. And yeah, hate speech is bad, okay? But different opinions aren't hate speech. Just because someone doesn't like a game doesn't mean that they should be dead, alright? And their voice should not be heard. That's bad. As the end result is the death of originality, while games like Helldivers, by all accounts, is a pay-to-play, slow-drip DLC pre-alpha test. Wow, that's a bit of a hot take. Being considered for Game of the Year. That's a really spicy take. Shit, man. If you... After what you just said, if you come out here swinging with those words, alright? By your own merits, you should not be allowed to talk about the game in its own thread. Jesus Christ. Oh, you seem to really dislike the game. Fuck. I need not say more. The fact that Marvel Rivals, a game so incredibly inferior to Concord, gets to thrive without a single complaint because of bias and IP nonsense speaks volumes on the state of the industry. What? What do you mean inferior? How is it inferior to Concord? Like, genuine question for this guy. I don't know who he is. Dream? What do you mean it's inferior? How? The only thing I've comparatively, alright, Concord is far more similar to Overwatch, where Marvel Rivals is a bit different from Overwatch because, you know, third person. I know that's similar to Valorant. I think Valorant is in third person. But team ups, hero bans and stuff like that, that's not the same to both Concord and Overwatch. That's different. How is it inferior? Do you not like that? Is it inferior? That's a subjective take, by the way. If you yourself think it's inferior, I think it's better. I prefer Marvel Rivals over Overwatch heavily. I like it a lot more. It's way more fun. Sorry. It's all a bit surreal to live in a world where freedom of speech and expression is reserved for those who seek to rob everyone else of those very rights. You're literally doing it in reverse, though. As bad as things are now, I don't think we can even conceive how much worse it's all about to get in the next couple of years. Oh, you're referring to the D-Man taking office? Oh my goodness. Surely this isn't what everybody wants. But I suppose I digress. Personally, I'm just glad I got to experience the golden age of gaming before all of this. Whatever this is. Yeah, I remember the GameCube era as well. Those were the golden years. Now everything just keeps getting remade over and over again from the golden years. God damn. Oh, simply, I was about to say, before I loaded up this thread, I was about to read a snippet of the Sonic fanfiction from Little Knuckles, I think is the guy's name. The Sonic Harem thing. Because I've only read like 1 or 2 chapters of that. I've never read the whole thing. And I could read one of those, alright? I could. But here we are, learning about this guy's hot takes. I forgot, this is also recent too, by the way. 14th of January, this is 4 days ago. But yeah, it's just a damn shame people couldn't leave well enough alone and let others enjoy what they do. Maybe one day, someone will put up servers with the game files, and who knows? Though, if until that time comes, I want to say thank you all, you free gunners out there, for all the good times we shared. There really was nothing like it. Hopefully, sometime soon, this phase will pass, so games for gamers can once again thrive. Either way, wish you all the best. I know, right? Oh, I can't wait for it to pass, so then we can get actual games again, dude. You're so right, though. That's a base take, please. Holy shit. Oh my god. Read fanfic? Okay, hang on. Let me find where it is. Yo, they're getting those tech points pretty fucking fast now. It's only been a few minutes and already at 400. Okay, that was a pretty big upgrade. Hold on. What did this guy say in response? When games like Dustborn survive and Concord get the boot, you know it's bad. Oh shit, this guy referenced Dustborn. Oh shit, no, Fox soon. Dustborn is a standalone single-player game, doesn't require a server like Concord does. Dustborn's not a live game. I find that hard to believe, considering the devs are constantly adding to Dustborn. Like, it's getting content updates that actually change the story in some way. So I think that is content updates. There's more to this, by the way. Look, I'll put it on screen for a couple seconds, but just so you're aware, the guy, somebody left a comment and he decided to respond, and you'd think this would just be a simple response, right? Just a small response, but it's as big as his fucking original post. Hollow Knight fanfictions. Holy shit, simply. Holy shit. I'll read that post, but let me get the fanfic up. Yeah, here it is. I gotta verify my internet just in case I'm a robot. I don't know, I have a level 0 account. Oh god, all these fucking chapters.
No.
See, the problem with these chapters, right, is Rainbow Dash? Okay. I don't know which one I would want to read. All the bunnies on this list, what the fuck? Oh shit, Sue Storm, Invisible Woman? Okay, hang on. That's topical because they just came out. Okay. Oh, this is pretty long. Okay. I'll finish reading the other guy's comment. I'll get a drink and then I'll read this. The chapter is 257 called Fantastic Pleasure, just so you're aware. Oh my god. All right. Hold on. let me get back to this. So, guy responds, Vasigo Rain, I'll never understand why it was targeted the way it was. It had satanically ugly characters. The gameplay was nothing special, and it was aimed at an audience that doesn't exist. Also, helps that it was guaranteed to fail, so everybody pointed and laughed at it. Also, the absolute retarded decision to launch a hero shooter with ugly heroes, no skins to speak of, no content, and a price tag when all other hero shooters are free. I can't think of a more tone-deaf and confused release than Concord. So, before getting too out of control, from my perspective, I would have thought that Concord had a single-player game mode to justify its price. If it's literally just a multiplayer-only game, right, and there is no single-player PvP experience, and you're just paying for a multiplayer game, I guess it's more like Call of Duty in that sense. But I mean, even like Halo Infinite's multiplayer is free. Like, even that is free, and that's kind of nuts. So it's weird. I keep looking at Subway Surfers. I need to fucking take that off the screen. I don't think it should have had a price tag. If it was specifically going to be a live service game, no single player, specifically a multiplayer hero shooter, I don't think it should have been like $50. Okay, that's a bit ridiculous. AUD anyway. In terms of characters, like, I don't think they were amazing. I don't think they were bad. I just didn't think they were amazing. Like, I think the fact that the claim that they were ugly, so to speak, is, for some of them, yeah. For some of them, yeah. But, not all of them. Some of them were alright. Okay, some of them were okay. Again, I wouldn't play the game. It's not particularly my cup of tea. I wouldn't be playing it. I mean, I like Marvel Rivals, but I also like Iron Man, okay? Not that I play as Iron Man, I just like Iron Man. Oh my god, Simply. That reminds me of, I forgot who got me to read the fanfic with Toad. There was something with, like, Mario and Toad, and then Toad fucking dies and, like, straight up gets killed. It was like something with Waluigi and some shit. I forget. Probably Waluigi's date or something. I think Vasco, I mean, I know it's a bit late into the life cycle of Concord's death, but I think he's going a little bit too hard here with this guy, to be fair. I think he's going a little too ridiculous. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, Dream claps back. I personally had nothing against the characters. The game wasn't out long enough to be able to appreciate who they even were, or where the story was even taking them. I believe this newer generation is fixated on anime and anime-esque aesthetics. Every other game out there goes the route of softcore porn. So, I mean, softcore redacted. So a bit of originality, in my opinion, was a good thing. There were fit characters of various races in Concord. Some of their personalities were humorous and just plain fun. It's not like they were ghouls. If you had issues with people who were overweight, fine, I get your argument. But there was only one character to fit that bill. As for the other people of other races, that's an internal battle you'll have to face on your own. So in truth, I don't think it's so much that they were ugly, rather than they were different. To me, that brings a sense of peace, knowing that at least someone out there is creating original content. It harkens back to the days of the N64 multiplayer shooters, when games were made to be fun. To compare Concord to, like, GoldenEye is amazing that you can draw that line. That's really cool. I could never, but that's really cool that you could do that. That's one way of phrasing it. Definitely one way of phrasing it. I don't think Concord was made to be original, though. Like, you could say that in their character designs that they were unique, but I don't think they were good. Like, that's different, alright? The gameplay was incredibly special. It was smooth, didn't lag. How do you know that? Yeah, there was like 5 people on launch day. You need to be playing with people overseas if you want it to lag, alright? Didn't require a 4090 with frame gen to hit 60 FPS. Marvel Rivals, this is not true, by the way. You're fucking bullshitting. You do not need a 4090 to hit 60 FPS. Every weapon felt weighted, and every skill had its place in the field. Nothing felt unbalanced. The fact that a hero shooter from a developer that, unless you're like, are you trying to play on like ultra settings? Because even the best players do not play on ultra settings. Like, if you're looking for frame rate over quality, don't play on ultra settings. Play on low settings. It's fine. The game looks exactly the same. There's literally no difference. Every weapon felt weighted and felt weighted? How? I guess it had haptic controls. It would have to, right? Because it was a PS5 exclusive game, yeah? It'd have to have haptic feedback. Otherwise, what's the point? Nothing felt unbalanced. The fact that a hero shooter from a developer that never created a hero shooter before, released in the polished state that it did, is a miracle by today's standards. I mean, like, there's the other one, though, that's... Alright, we're not going to talk about that one, okay. Overwatch has been out for a decade and has been marred and critically imbalanced by critically imbalanced characters and maps since launch. Blizzard should have gone under a long time ago. And this is coming from someone who was around and loved playing Warcraft 1, 2, 3, StarCraft 1, 2, Diablo 1 and 2. As for skins, what about 3 and 4? What's wrong with those ones? As for skins and whatnot, there were some you could unlock by playing, something that is lost to every other live service game. This is probably the problem though, is like if you're already paying if you're paying fucking 40, 50 bucks and you have to grind for skins, I mean yeah, it's like a badge of honor, but why? Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. It's not the same as something like Monster Hunter where yeah, I understand grinding and farming for a weapon is huge and massively game changing, but a skin? Nope. It's like saying your only unlock in a game just by playing is a new title for your fucking adventure card or whatever. Why? Why? That seems irrelevant. It was also said that all maps, skins, and models that would ever be released would be released for free, from what I can recall. I mean, how do we know that? They never had a chance. It never had a chance. A single weapon skin in Overwatch is $60. To complain about a $40 price tag when Overwatch was priced that same way, that $40 covered everything the game would ever release, is ludicrous to say, at the least. This is hard to justify considering Overwatch released fucking what, 7 years ago or so now? Probably longer than that. And Overwatch 2 is technically free. You don't have to pay for Overwatch 2, and Overwatch 2 is basically Overwatch 1 at this point. So maybe they learned, they wanted to expand their audience, they learned. And what about the other games that are free? What about those ones? Just as ludicrous to compare it to games like Valorant, or the other one or two obscure, incredibly old free-to-play skill shooters to hero shooters. Valorant is CSGO with magic grenades. It is not a hero shooter. Alright, that might be a bit of an understatement, alright. No content. Although, I will agree it released somewhat bare bones. What was released was enough to tide me over until they come up with something to add on. You're right, though. And this was the one argument I've agreed with time and time again. They had a long time to make the game and enough money to make it. So much more than what it was. I'm not sure why they released it with only simple PvP modes. Truth is, I feel if they at least included some kind of co-op adventure or missions, perhaps even that could have prolonged the life enough for it to be picked up amongst the genre's fanbase. Holy shit. You said something of worth. Oh my god. And it's crazy that you can say this in the same breath as saying that fucking... where was it? Calling Helldivers a pay-to-play slow drip DLC pre-alpha test. Brother. What do you think Concord was?
No.
But yeah, okay. Content was definitely lacking. That said, Overwatch released in the very same state for $40. Yeah, again, 6 years ago. What are you hang on, let me get the actual date, because I think it's longer than 6 years. I keep referencing 6 years because I think that's when Overwatch 2 came out. It was fucking closer to 10 years, bro. Holy shit. 9 years if you count 2025. It's hard to compare it to Overwatch, saying that, oh, Overwatch was paid for as well, alright? Because that's, it's kind of old now at this point, alright? And they learned their lesson. I mean, come on, man. Sorry, anyway, so $40 with imbalanced characters and maps. No one cried boycott. I mean, because it was fun. I mean, come on now. What are you talking about? I mean, I guess the characters look cool. Tracer looks kind of cool. Alright. I'll be real with you. Perhaps you're right about the audience. Or perhaps the hate spewed by those too immature to leave well enough alone swayed minds. A lot of people rely on reviews, on word of mouth. Every facet of online information in regards to Concord was flooded by hatred by people who, 1, hated hero shooters, and 2, had no idea that what they were even talking about. I didn't even know Concord existed. I only learned about it because of the hatred. I mean, did you at least get it in time before it went out? He must have, right? It's crazy. It's crazy that you'd learn about it after the fact. Like, you weren't keeping tabs on this game. Like, you didn't know about it as it was coming out. That speaks volumes for the game's advertising and where the money went, you know? Like, what? Same thing with Dustborn as well. Like, nobody seems to know about these games until they're already out, and by that point it's too late. Though, given my age and experience, don't reveal your age, please. I know not to listen to others on what I like and don't like. However, I'm sure you're aware many others, if not the majority, of what would have been consumers were turned away by a lack of advertising and the intense hate campaign the game received. Hold on. You think people were turned away because people were clowning on it? I mean, like, I don't want to say no, because there's definitely a chance, but I wouldn't say the majority of players were turned away, specifically because people were hating on the game. Like, it just wasn't a good game when it launched. Like, it just had nothing to offer. It's wild to me that when Marvel Rivals came out, there were so many fucking heroes to choose from. There's that one article that talks about, like, oh, Rivals has so many heroes, like, it's a detriment to the game. And, like, to be fair, when the game first came out, there's a lot of fucking heroes, alright? I say when it first came out, like, a month ago. There's a lot of heroes, right? There's shitloads to get a hold of. And you don't have to learn all of them. You don't need to. You don't have to learn what they do. You have to learn, like, one, and then branch out to, like, one of the other roles, or, like, one of each role, preferably. And then you're fine. You're set. And then you can do whatever you want. And given the intense cast, you can probably find a character you like in all of the different roles, right? Like, I don't know, I'm starting to lean towards Captain America a little bit. I realize how he plays now, and he looks kind of neat. I like flanking heroes, okay? Regardless whether they're healers or fucking tanks or whatever, I like flanking heroes. And I like that there is a flanking hero for pretty much each role. I think that's cool. I mean, I couldn't tell you how Concord was like. Alright, I never played Concord. Never saw it, okay? I don't think many people did. But, anyway. It's just crazy to me that, like, you know, Marvel Rivals launched with that much content in the game already. And then, like, there's not even that many skins, right? Like, each character only has, like, one fancy skin at most. And that's about it. Because even in Season 1, like, most of the skins are locked, the good ones anyway, are locked behind the Battle Pass. But I do like that the Battle Pass is permanent once you already get it. Funny fanfiction. Soon. We're almost there, simply. We're almost there. I got one paragraph. But all of this just goes to show that the state of gaming in the 2020s is not where it should be. Games like Stalker 2 is sitting at mostly positive, when in reality, the game is a broken mess and gets boring within a handful of hours. This is your subjective opinion, my guy. Helldivers 2 is a pay-to-play pre-alpha test. Where's the brackets? Again, your opinion. Space Marine 2 is mechanically on par with Clash of Clans. Holy shit, that is a hot take. Only with far less features and inferior gameplay. Where is Caboose? Hang on. Oh, I don't have Discord open. Hold on. He needs to see this. Come on, Discord, sometime today. How the fuck do you compare it to Clash of Clans? It's not even remotely the same game. Things aren't looking good. And we're just entering the age of AI slop. Leather jacket man strutting on stage, touting a new doorstop that can AI slop you 60 FPS for 4 grand. Yeah? Say what you will about Concord. It delivered a solid arcade hero shooter, and for a fair price, and with a promise no other live service game could ever make to its fans. Bro, if you say Space Marine 2 is like...
Okay, so who the love am I beating up?
So, Caboose, do you think Space Marine 2 is mechanically on par with Clash of Clans, only with far less features and inferior gameplay?
And since when are you against farming?
What? Caboose, what are you talking about? I'm playing Virtual Villages, alright? Virtual Villages. But it's by Dream. By Dream. Oh, dude, I don't know Dream had a bot account. Yo, level 0? Holy shit. He's getting mad at AI bots on Steam. How do I know he's not a bot? Alright? Fuck. But, nah, like, I'm not gonna do a deep dive on Dream. Would be cool, though. Maybe I'll save it for another day. Anyway, here's this. So... Oh my god, there's the flashbang. Oh, they want my cookies? Hang on, let me give them my cookies. Alright. I'll have to get a drink before I fucking read this, otherwise I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna fucking pass the fuck out. Hang on, yeah. I mean, it's really small, but I'll read it for you, okay? Let me get a drink. Oh shit, hang on, before that though. What's happening in the game? Alright, we're already above 1,000 points. It hasn't even been an hour yet. It's huge. 15 minutes until baby? And Garu's got 30 minutes. I'm actually surprised there hasn't been that many... Oh, this child has, like, become bigger. Age 6 now. Caboose is getting older. Speaking of, who was the other kid? Was it Ferrets? 13? Oh my god. Mopey's in his 40s now. Oh shit. Man, they get old so fast. Fuck.
If SM2 is on par with Clash of Clans, then it'll shit in my hands and motherfucking clap.
The audacity for him to say that. Like, I know it's his opinion, but to say Helldivers is a pay-to-play, like, slop game with drip-fed DLC and shit like that, like, come on, bro. What are you doing, man? How do you say that and then also just, like... Oh, okay. So I think food is an infinite food source now. Thank God. Holy shit. Berries are fucked, though. There's no way there's gonna be enough berries, but... this is still good. Oh! Upgrading science put a thing on the table. Huh. Mushroom. I don't think there's anything else at the moment.
That motherfucker is no entitled to anything, let alone an opinion.
You did not wrong, okay? It's hard to take him seriously after all that. I mean, like, look. I personally think he's just baiting. The amount of, like, praise comments I've read for Concord, I think they're all bait. I don't think a single person has actually decent things to say about Concord. I think it's all bullshit. But, Anyway, sorry, hang on. Let me get a drink, and I'll read you your fanfiction. Your Sue Storm X Sonic, okay? I just want to know if there's going to be any invisibility, you know? All right, it's time. I remember doing okay, cause fuck, it's Mario and Sonic having a chat, and then Sonic has a memory of a time he fucked some other like important what was it, some anime character or some bullshit. And also what was the chapter before this one? Jean Grey, isn't that Phoenix or whatever? All right, well, anyway, went from X-Men to Fantastic Four. Sonic's getting part of the MCU. Sorry, chapter 257. I know I'm cutting into this. Fantastic pleasure.
So, after that, Jean and I headed back to the party. She still couldn't get over the fact that she enjoyed the sex. Sonic said with his signature. Like his written signature, or like give him the finger or something. And yet you are punished her? Mario concluded. I'm not gonna, I have no Mario voice, it's just gonna be Luigi. Yeah, I'm surprised that Logan or Scott could not find out about this. Oh, sorry, could find out about this. That's not the fucking Luigi voice either. What the fuck is wrong with me? No need to worry. We decided that we kept this a secret, and Jean wasn't going to tell the professor. She wanted to do it again with me sometime, and she even give me her number, just in case you are wondering. Another digits to add to your contacts? Yeah, countless mad, I tell you. I wish I was in your shoes, getting all the ladies, but you are one lucky bastard, you know that? I know, man. So, who did you sleep next in your harem list? Mr. Fantastic's wife, or should I say ex-wife, Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman. Get out, are you serious? You slept with her? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sonic, you may have done a lot of crazy stuff in your life, but this is just on a whole nother level. Yeah, I know, man, but she was so infatuated with me and was smoking hot when she's in her hero suit. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that online lately. I'll say, you're so lucky, so get right to the story then. Gladly. It started when I paid a little visit to the Baxter Building, visiting the Fantastic Four. I was testing a machine that Reed Richards built to keep track of the speed. Oh god. Flashback. Sonic had decided to pay a nice visit to the Baxter Building, which is home to the four heroes that saved the world and stopping their arch nemesis, Doctor Doom. Those four heroes are the Fantastic Four. Sonic knew them since he first encountered them fighting against Doctor Doom, preventing him for world domination again, and got along and became friends with the four heroes. Sonic became good friends with Johnny Storm as the Flaming Torch would challenge the Blur to a race with which Sonic beaten him just how fast he is, with the title of World's Fastest Hedgehog Alive remains. God, I missed how intellectual this is. Right now, Sonic is currently testing out on the machine that Reed Richards had invented and wanted to test out. It has described to be a giant hamster wheel to test out the speed, testing out the speed meter combination with the sole intent to see how fast the machine can go and how fast Sonic can go at this point. Sonic doing a remarkable job with its top speed and how well he runs speeding up the process of the machine and the speed meter. While the machine is being tested, there was the Fantastic Four, who are watching him from a distance for obvious reasons. No way. First, there was Reed Richards, known as Mr. Fantastic, keeping track of the speed so it won't malfunction if the machine gets destroyed. Two. There is Johnny Storm, aka Flaming Torch, watching the hedgehog with that smile and thinking to himself, thinking to challenge Sonic to another race after this is done. Third. And then he goes back to third. Like, first to third. God, I love it. For reasons. For obvious reasons, CJ. Obvious reasons. Third, there is Ben Grimm, aka Thing, wondering to himself, thinking that if Johnny can finally acted like a mature adult and show more respect for now on. Okay, I thought there was more to that because it didn't look like it ended. And fourth, there is Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman, watching along with the others. She was extremely attractive and beautiful and the wife of Reed herself, but her marriage with Reed will go off in about a week. While Sue watching Sonic running in the giant hamster wheel, she couldn't help but to eye on the hedgehog. She eyed on Sonic by his appearance and the occasion of helping the team from tough situations. It somehow made her become so infatuated with the hog. And her panties slowly start to damp just by eyeing on Sonic. Sue began to smile, enjoy the fact that Sonic is here, and just by looking at his appearance, including his tattoos. He has tattoos? And every time he makes his appearance, she gets more wet. Oh my god. When the test is over, Sonic jumps off the wheel and greet back with the Fantastic Four. Reed went up to Sonic to congratulate him. Well done, Sonic! You broke your own record with that machine. You truly are fast. Reed congratulated. The hog. It's him. The hog. Sorry.
Thanks. Glad I can help. And that's awesome.
Sonic responded.
With this much research, I can hopefully make the proper modifications to the various vehicles and devices in their arsenal.
Will it work?
I sure hope so, and I hope it can be as fast as you, Sonic.
We'll see.
Before the conversation could continue on, the news just interrupted to showcase that Dr. Doom is at it again, and on the loose, again. Yes, simply, it is. Yes. So, not specifically Fantastic Four. Oh, I can't highlight this. This guy, Little Knuckles. Actually, is his name still Little Knuckles? No, Little Sonic. I think he changed his name to Little Knuckles, or was always Little Sonic. I don't know. But, there's 360 chapters of this fanfic, and it is just Sonic just getting it on with literally everybody, and it is written so masterfully. All right, I can't stress that enough at how well it's written.
Breaking news! It appears that Dr. Doom is on the loose again and is currently fighting the Avengers, who are in the struggle to defeat him,
the reporter reported. All right. Reed, with that stern look, he looked over to Sonic and to Sue.
I think the two of you should stay here and watch the Baxter building while we face Doom.
In anything happens, Sue knows what to do in case we go AWOL, Reed commanded.
Sure. Well, I wanted to help, but I'll look after the building with Sue here.
Sonic accepted.
Thank you. I'm counting on you, Sonic.
Roger that.
With that, Reed, Johnny, and Ben all took off to fight Dr. Doom and assist the Avengers. All of them? All of them. All of them, CJ. Every single one. It was now Sonic and Sue here in the Baxter building, all alone to themselves. They had nothing to do, so they decided to hang out at the living room, sitting on the sofa, catching up and watching a little bit of television. Sue had bring some drinks for the two. Sorry, hang on. Sue had bring some drinks for the two, so the two begun to chat and kill some time, while the three are busy fighting Dr. Doom alongside with the Avengers. The two chats. It's just the amount of times he's used the word two, three, third, two. The two chat as they told each other some stories, and Sonic even cracking some jokes, while in his journey from traveling around the world. Sue continued to laugh as Sonic finished up his story, also laughing. Both died down a bit to keep his composure. To keep this composure, and so afterward, Sonic then asked Sue a question to start another conversation.
Hey, Sue.
Sonic said. Sue grunted.
How long the fight against Doom will take?
It usually takes 2 hours or so, considering how powerful Doom is. How do you know exactly how long it would take to fight Dr. Doom? Like, precisely. Roughly about 2 hours or so, like...
Oh, so it can be difficult to defeat Doom?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they can pull it off. We've stopped Doom numerous times.
Yeah, I know that. I've seen the papers, articles about it.
Oh yeah?
It's all over New York.
That's right. Some reporters talk about the previous events.
The news always got something and put it on live. But hey, that's how life is. Once you're a big-time hero, you always get noticed.
That's right. Oh, and by the way, Sonic, I like your flame tattoo, by the way. I've played these games before.
Fucking hell. A flame tattoo. Why does he have a flame tattoo, though? I know I missed, like, 257 chapters worth of backstory, but, like, why does he have a flame tattoo?
Oh, thank you. Glad you noticed.
And just by looking at your outfit, you're pretty good at your age, Sonic.
Again, thanks, Susan. I thought I have a change of pace, and I thought getting a cool tattoo or two, just to look cool.
I think it looks really good on you, Sonic. You've changed a lot since the last time we saw you, haven't you?
Yeah. I took a long day thinking about my selfish decisions and how arrogant I used to be, so I decided that I needed to change my ways and be better.
Is that true?
Yeah, you may not believe it, but that's the choice I made and became the hedgehog that you see right now. I'm proud of
you, Sonic. And you really changed you really changed what you are today. Hell, you haven't made a joke on anyone.
Yeah, things changed.
As their conversation continued, Sue began to draw herself, scooting closer to the hedgehog, and place a hand onto Sonic's chest. She then started to twirl her finger in neat circles, smiling seductively to the Blur. I forgot. He uses the nickname The Blur a lot.
Did I do something wrong?
Sonic asked.
Oh, heavens no. I just never knew how attractive you look with that outfit, and also handsome to boot,
Sue complimented. Outfit? What is he wearing? Isn't he just like naked like 90% of the time?
Okay.
Adjusting his collar, feeling uncomfortable.
Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
I don't think it's hot in here, sweetie. Tell me, Sonic, do you find me attractive?
Well, I'll be lying if I said no, but you are very attractive.
I like that there's no combo here, by the way. I also have a feeling that she's not going to go invisible at any point during this entire conversation. Like, surely little Sonic is going to fucking make use of the... Because, like, I think I said this when there was another prior chapter reading, like, several years ago. Like, that if he doesn't implement any of the character, like,
well, characterizations at all, then it's just there's no difference to any other character. They just could be whoever. I'm gonna scream. Yeah, there might be a chance for that. Really? Do you like what you see here? Sue slowly slid down her tank top, showing off her nice cleavage and a little of her blue lace bra. Sonic gulped, swallow his spit, trying to keep himself together.
Are you trying to seduce me?
Sonic questioned. Maybe. Is there a problem? Sue inquired.
Yeah, it is. How can I put this? You're married to Reed Richards? Don't you think this is wrong?
Yes, it's true that I'm married to Reed, but let me tell you a secret.
And what secret is that?
Sue kept smiling, so she draws closer to Sonic, resting her leg around Sonic's right leg, and start to tell him her secret, looking sexily to the hero. My marriage with Reed is almost coming to an end about a week, Sue admitted.
Wait a sec. Are you telling what I think you're telling me?
Sonic assumed. Sonic assumed. Yes, Reed and I are going to be divorced, so that means I'm going to be single again.
I see.
And I want to let you know that I have feelings for you, Sonic. I just couldn't help but just eye on you all day.
Well, what can I say? May have the looks, by the way, but that's not the point.
Hold on, my brain lapsed here. What can I say? May have the looks, by the way. That's okay, all right.
My question's why seducing me and why telling me this?
Susan just smiled at the question. So, with that, she stopped circling Sonic's chest and admit it to the hero. At first, she began, I thought it was just that I had gone crazy, that the molecules that gave me these powers were just messing with my body. But when I really started to think about it, I realized that it really wasn't the case at all. My body just, well, wants you, Susan admitted. So, hold on. Little Sonic has oh my god, Sibley. That would be wild. That'd actually be really wild. I don't know if Little Sonic has enough background info on Sue Storm, but it would be really funny for him to do the malice thing right now. So obviously, people in Marvel Rivals are going nuts about Sue Storm's malice costume and how it's like literal porn in the game. But the reason for that is because it inverts Sue's like whole identity. This would be the prime opportunity for him to do that with Sue Storm in this harem. All right, just invert her personality. Fucking done. All right. Then you can have this all happen. All right.
Wait, what?
Sonic trailed off in shock. Sonic scooted himself back into a distance to get some space from the heroine. Sorry. Stunned for what she just said, just now. Susan kept her smile, looking mischievously to the blue blur. Soon, her face changed into that of a seductive smirk and began to crawl up on all fours to the hedgehog, who couldn't help but notice how her jeans hugged her curves so perfectly. Of course, the blue blur knew in the back of his mind what she was doing, but somehow he just didn't care. As she rubbed his cheek, she voiced her request in a low, seductive voice. Considering the fact my family won't be here for a while, I was wondering if I could show you a time that's truthfully, fantastic, Sue asked in a sultry voice. Sonic began to feel his shaft begin to harden, which gave him the answer knowing what is going to be. Sonic breaks the fourth wall, shrugging his shoulders.
Ah, what the hell? I guess it wouldn't hurt to bag a sexy heroine, right?
Sonic commented, breaking the fourth wall. Alright. With that, Sonic began crushing his... That's certainly a way to phrase it, all right? Never heard anyone use that adjective before. With that, Sonic began crushing his lips against Sue's, surprising the heroine, and got her answer. I think it's heroin, not heroin, all right? Sue suddenly returned the kiss, getting a little intimate with Sonic. She slowly climbs on top of the hedgehog and began deepening the kiss to Sonic that turned Sonic on even more. Sue let out a soft moan while kissing the hog, knowing that she wanted this and isn't going to stop now to get some loving. As they kissed, Sonic began to slide down his hands over Sue's round ass and begins to squeeze it, catching her off guard with a moan and muffling while her lips pressed against Sonic's. The blue blur suddenly picked Sue up, raising himself up to his feet. Hang on, I'm lost in the source here. The blue blur suddenly picked Sue up, raising himself up to his feet, using his strength to carry Sue in his arms. Okay, all right. Weird way to phrase that, but okay. Sue wrapped her legs around Sonic's waist and stopped kissing Sonic to look into him into his green eyes. Oh, you're so strong, Sonic, Sue cooed.
Thanks. I get that from most of the girls I carry in my arms,
Sonic admitted. Like this?
Nope. Bridal style, to be exact.
So, are you going to take me to the bed? Sorry. So, are you going to take me to the bedroom, or you want to do it here on the couch?
Bedroom's good.
Oh my god. Okay, there's fucking 3 paragraphs. Sonic carries Sue over to Reed and Sue's bedroom. Sonic opens the door and walks inside with Sue still in his arms. Once he's inside, Sonic uses his foot to kick the door shut uses his foot to kick the door shut and tight and drops Sue down. Sue again kisses Sonic on the lips, letting the hedgehog to grope and caress her body for the fun of it for 2 minutes. Exactly 2 minutes. And suddenly, Sonic pushes Sue down. Sonic pushes Sue down to the bed and joins with the blonde in the bed so they can get started. Sue wrapping her arms around Sonic and pulls him close, then pressed her lips against his, sharing another heated kiss. With Sonic being on top, he returned the kiss, and they both began making out freakily for the past 7 minutes, not wanting to let go. Something I love about little Sonic is he always has the exact timestamp for how long they took. They begin tussle around on the bed, letting the moment to sink in. Then they start to wrestle their tongues for dominance before going back to the heated kiss. After 7 minutes were up, Sonic breaks up the kiss and went on to kiss Sue by the neck and as well to caress her body with his hands to soothe her. Sue began to moan by Sonic's touch. It began making her getting wet, just how Sonic gently touching her. Sue let out a few moans as the hedgehog playfully playing with her body to get her excited and ready for the main course later on. But first, he wanted to tease her a bit before getting started. That was one sentence. So, Sonic spent a minute caressing Sue's body, kissing her neck, and caressing the heroine's body. Soon, Sonic started to rub her crotch to earn even more moans from the heroine and feel how wet she is getting, and it made him smile to tell how excited Sue's getting, so he had an idea in mind. After taking a few seconds to rub her crotch, Sonic began to unbutton and unzipped Sue's unzipped Sue's jeans and takes them off, followed by her wet blue panties that are dampened from how wet Sue become. He tosses them aside and spread her legs wide so that Sue can unveil her wet redacted. I'm not going to be saying any bad words tonight. The wet fluids start to leak a bit, beginning to get pleasured. And with that, Sonic licked his lips and went down, placing his hands around Sue's thighs to start the show. I'm starting to think
that there might not be any invisibility at all.
I wonder how good she tastes.
Sonic pondering to his head. Sonic pondered, thinking to his head. With that, Sonic sticks out his tongue and begin to lick Sue's womb. Damn, Sonic, that's pretty deep already. Eating her out as he's got a very long tongue, I guess. Eating her out as he pleasure her, giving her oral sex. As the result, giving Sue cunnilingus. She let out a loud moan. Like, I just love how there's randomly just big words. Like, throughout this. Sue let out a loud moan, gripping the bedsheets as Sonic licking her womb, pleasuring the blonde much as he can to make her go crazy. Sue couldn't help but to lose control of herself as Sonic rapidly start to lick her to pick... As Sonic rapidly start to lick her to pick up his pace. She felt that she's in Cloud 9, out of her own zone, as the ecstasy start to pour down on her. Fuck. There's no sex feels like. Look, I'm gonna go on a whim here and just say that Little Sonic, the author of this whole fucking thing, has probably never actually had sex. Like, I can't imagine that's ever happened. I mean, why would he ever write this then? You know, why would he feel the need to write this? Sorry, I lost my place. Don't know. Slowly, she began to forget about Reed, the team, and what she has to do just in case if anything bad happens to the team. But the pleasure filled her mind with ease, forgetting about the thoughts, and only can think was the ecstasy that Sonic is giving to her. Like. So, I mentioned this a couple of years ago with Little Sonic, is that he loves to use past, present, and future tense, and it's fucking me up mentally, alright? It's all of the tenses all at once. Oh my god, yes! Don't stop, Sonic! Keep licking my redacted! Sue moaned. Sonic wanted to turn things up a notch without hesitation. He suddenly pushes his tongue right inside Sue's redacted. That causes her to scream in ecstasy. Sue let out a high-pitched scream as Sonic's tongue entered her womb. I thought it was already in there. He started to twirl his tongue around inside her womb, making Sue to squirm in pure ecstasy that's driving her crazy. Sue tightened her grip with the bedsheets, moaning crazily as the hedgehog worked his magic to make the heroine scream, chanting his name as it goes on like this. Yes, that's the spot. I've never experienced pleasure like this, Sonic. Keep going. It feels so redacted good, she squirmed. Okay, it's the same character. How is he doing this? Has he ever done this before? But if he has, then he's better than Reed, Sue thought while moaning. Sonic closed his eyes, continuing to eat out the Invisible Woman for more than 8 minutes. 1 minute longer? Sue couldn't control herself no longer, letting the lust and ecstasy take hold, and it has started to make her feel extremely good. Sue started to feel the type of excitement, the pleasure, and the ecstasy that she has not fully experienced yet, and that is when Sonic came along, the pleasure... that she has not fully experienced yet, and that is when Sonic came along, the pure pleasure has gotten the best of her. Sue kept moaning and moaning. That has gotten her so excited and so wet for Sonic for the main event, and as Sonic continued eating the heroine out, Sue let out a loud high-pitched scream that has her screaming in climax. Sue began to ejaculate, which in turn that she squirted fluids out of her womb from the large amount of pleasure that she felt from Sonic eating her out. She had squirt a lot of fluid. Sonic went on a drink the liquids and finally pulls himself away, licking his lips.
Oh man, that tastes so good,
Sonic commented.
Pant, you're really good, Sonic. Have you ever done this before?
Sue asked.
Yeah, multiple times with different women.
You don't say. You're really good.
Thanks. I have my ways when it comes to pleasing the ladies.
Now, what do you mean? Just got interesting. Now it's my turn. Brother, I know he means things, but come on, man. Sue pushed Sonic on his back and watches Sue takes the remaining of her clothes off. She then went on to proceed taking Sonic's pants off by unzipping and unbuttoning them. She even takes Sonic's shoes and socks off, including his boxers, and throw them to the side, having both hers and Sonic's clothes sprawled on the floor. After that it's done, Sue began to jerk Sonic off with the use of her hand, giving him a hand job. At first, before she formed that seductive smirk. I think I'm getting a fucking lobotomy. Sorry, what was I up to? Oh yeah.
Damn. Okay, I've never had an invisible woman giving me a...
Wait, did I miss something? Oh, I did. Shit, almost got to the important part. Now let's see if you can handle someone who's invisible that sucks on your redacted. Sue cooed. I almost said a bad word. Sonic wondered what she was talking about, but got his answer when Sue becomes invisible using her powers. Oh, thank fuck. Finally. Soon, Sonic felt that his erection being massaged by Sue's mouth, who's invisible, and she begin to suck him off. At first, she started off slow, in a slow pace before picking up her speed by going fast. Sonic let out a throaty growl, feeling the pleasure as he's getting pleasured by Sue, who is invisible, sucking him off. Whoa, she's invisible! No way! Oh my god. CJ, how do you think I feel having to, like, correct myself to read it incorrectly? My brain is on autocorrect right now, and I keep fucking up. What?
Damn. Okay, well, I've never had an invisible woman giving me a blowjob.
Sonic thought, forming a satisfying smile. Does it feel good, baby? Sue asked, stroking Sonic's erection.
Yeah, it feels so good.
Sonic responded. You're going to love this even more. With that, Sue goes faster, making Sonic to let out a loud groan. She increases her speed, with her pace increasing the amount of pleasure for Sonic to enjoy. I'm lost. I'm lost, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about now. He looks over and sees his hardened erection being sucked as Sue slurping on Sonic's erection, then licks it, twirling her tongue around the mushroom shape. That wasn't a mushroom, Luigi. After that, Sue then began Deep Throat Sonic that forces him to let out a loud moan from feeling this pleasure too good. Sue let it sit there down her throat for about a minute before she slowly pulled herself away from the hero's erection, creating some more slurping noises. Sue takes a moment to catch her breath before sucking him off again, this time going all in, and make Sonic to feel what true ecstasy really is. I like how the author has not mentioned the invisibility aspect of this in any way, other than the fact that she is invisible. That's it. That's all that's happening. It hasn't changed the plot in any way. Sonic gritted his teeth as Sue sucked him harder, giving Sonic so much pleasure that it was unbelievable. The Blur trying his best to keep his composure as the blowjob continued for 6 to 7 minutes. Sue was going to earn her treat, but Sonic trying his best to hold it a little more. Sue can feel Sonic's erection throbbing, desperately trying to reach its limit, but is being held by the blue blur. Sue wasn't going to let that happen, so she goes faster to make Sonic moan even more and sucking Sonic more, and seconds after as Sonic try his best to hold it in.
He couldn't seem to hold it any longer, so he let out a loud groan, ejaculating by spurting his redacted out of his shaft as his balls emptying a nice load. He could see it right in front of him as he's doing the thing. Oh my god. Fuck, hang on. He could see it right in front of him as Sue, still invisible, spilling a little bit from her mouth that dripped down to her breasts. Sue drinks Sonic's sperm down her throat and pulls away, but the remainder of Sonic's semen spurt out a little more and hit it on her face. Simply, you were right. He did go that route. Oh my god, no way. After the blowjob, Sue licks every part of Sonic's redacted from her fingers and licks her lips lustfully. Delicious. Did you enjoy it, Sonic? Sue asked.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic,
Sonic said, who was in a daze. Sue couldn't help but smile to the hog. Fucking nickname. She climbed on top of the hedgehog and planted a kiss on the hedgehog's cheek to snap him out of the trance. Now, why don't you and me get down to some real lovin'? Is she still invisible at this point? Sue suggested.
Yeah, now you're speaking my language.
Good, let's get started. How long is this? Oh god. Oh god, okay. There's a lot left. Sue takes Sonic's hardened erection and enters it right inside of her wet womb that is still leaking fluids. Once it's already in, Sue then bucks her hips and slams them down to the hedgehog's lap, letting out a loud moan, first feeling how big Sonic is in her. Taking a few seconds to adjust to the size, she resumes to bounce and move her hips in motion, riding on the hedgehog. Fuck. Sonic takes his gloves off and shirt off, tossing them aside. And, you know, I've never seen Sonic without his gloves, if I'm being totally honest with you. I don't know if he's got, like, real hands under there. Or the gloves are, like, a part of him, like Mario. Sonic takes his gloves off and shirt off, tossing them aside, and proceeds to wrap his hands around her hips, watching Sue ride Sonic, and how she moan and move her body for the pleasure. Sue brings her arms up in the arm. Sorry, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Sue brings her arms up in the arm, placing her hands behind her head while her hips start moving with some lust. She looked down at Sonic, smiling seductively at the hero. So she's not invisible anymore. When did that happen? Is Sue still invisible? She never became uninvisible. What? My continuity. Sonic, who is watching on, Sue bucking her hips, in motion moving them in the neat rhythm to receive some loving. Sue stared into Sonic's eyes and let out another moan escape from her lips. Come on, Sonic. Touch me. Make me yours, Sue moaned. Sonic breaks the fourth wall, shrugging his shoulders. What? How does that break the fourth wall?
Well, since I'm making love with Invisible Woman here, maybe I should just... Oh, who the hell am I kidding? If she wants some Sonic loving, then I'll oblige to give it to her. I get to bang the hottest heroine, Sonic commented before returning to action. Oh, okay, that's the fourth wall break. Sonic wrapped his hands around Sue's waist and slowly soothed her body, caressing her every feature. Sue moaned at the hedgehog's touch, rubbing her body like a professional. It had her turned on, and it started to make her feel more excitement driven to her. Sue had went on with her slow pace until she was serious and started bouncing on Sonic's lap hard and increasing her pace to speed up. Sue closed her eyes, moaning as their sex start to get intimate, and the hedgehog is giving her lots of loving just by telling how Sue moaned to the hero. Fucking hell. Give it to me, Sonic. Give me more, Sue moaned. Sonic continue rubbing Sue's body, and eventually he went on to play and fondle with Sue's breasts for the fun of it and tease the heroine quite a bit. Sue moaned once more, filling Sonic's hands, touching her breasts that made her feel aroused. Sue tilted her head up
to the ceiling continues with the moaning. Sonic smirked just by watching Sue moan by the arousal and the pleasure she feels flowing in her body. Sonic let out a throaty growl, feeling Sue's insides begin to tightening around his shaft, her hips moving faster, increasing more speed. Sue placed her hands onto Sonic's chest to rest them on the hedgehog's flesh. Flesh! I don't want to think of his flesh right now. What do you mean flesh? He's covered in fur, right? Okay. Sue stopped for a moment and starts circling her. Look, I don't think he thinks Sonic is a hedgehog. Like, I think this is like some weird anthropomorphic, like, human Sonic. Alright, and not with like flame tattoos and shit. Like, this isn't the Sonic. I'm picturing the Sonic from the fucking like cartoon and shit, like the games. Like, that's Sonic. Not flesh Sonic. What the fuck? Sorry. Sue stopped for a moment and started to circling her hips around in motion before slamming her hips down to make it more intense. And to entertain Sonic, by this and by the look on the hedgehog's face, he was impressed. Amused actually just by how sensually Sue moved her hips. Oh, Sonic, oh, your redacted feels so amazing, Sue moaned. Sonic let out a few moans as Sue kept bouncing her hips faster as she can. Has some exposed flesh. Does his chest, like the yellow parts on Sonic, is that the flesh? Like, I just thought his entire body was covered in like a thin fur, like a cat, you know? Like, that's just what I assumed. I mean, that's what it's like in the movie, right? Like, he doesn't have, well, maybe his feet and hands probably have flesh, right? Because it'd be weird if they didn't. Also, wouldn't he have claws? Like, underneath the gloves? Surely he would, right? Like, no, because Blaze the Cat also has gloves. Everyone fucking wears gloves in the Sonic universe. You don't get to see their hands. Doesn't matter. This is for my own continuity. I need to know. I need to know. Fucking hell. Sorry. I think I was up to the sex. What was this? Sonic stopped groping Sue's breasts and let the heroine to have her fun with him. While moving, the bed began to shake in motion due to Sue's hip movements. From moving so hard, it causes the headboard to bang against the wall. Sue's moans start to get a little wild as the heroine was really enjoying the sex and enjoying the pleasure along with her body, feeling the love and getting a little hot from the pleasure. Soon, Sue started to sweat a little, including Sonic, as they both moaned together, and Sue again still control and moving her hips faster, including bouncing on the hero's lap, riding like a saddle. After a few more seconds? If he said like 15 seconds, I would have lost my goddamn mind. Sonic then decided to get even, so he evened the odds by wrapping his hands around Sue's waist and began pumping his shaft in and out of Sue's womb, pounding her insides to punish her. Sue again bring her hands behind her head and again moaning as she bit her bottom lip, feeling Sonic's erection rubbing her insides rapidly with rapid speed. I think it's the alliteration of like, oh, well, not the alliteration. What's the word? Where you use the same word again, like the same adjective twice. There's a word for that. It's that keeps getting me. He's done it like fucking 17 times so far. It begins slowly to drive her crazy. The amount of pleasure she slowly feels within her body, filling her with excitement. Sue let out a high-pitched scream, who could not keep her composure no longer, and by how Sonic giving it to her suddenly unleash her wild side, and Sue let it all out, and moan to Sonic, chanting his name during their intensive sex. Yes, yes, redacted me, baby. Give me all of your Sonic loving, baby. Redacted this heroin, redacted. Sue hollered. CJ, you bring up a good point, because I've never once ever actually read this in any form of continuity. I don't think I've read chapter 1. I think because I just keep jumping into like random categories, random chapters, if there's ever like a topical character. In this case, considering Invisible Woman got added to Marvel Rivals, it's pretty topical that everyone wants to fuck that character already. So like, why not, right? Anyway, sorry. Sonic forming a mischievous smirk, so he puts more power into his thrust, and go balls deep, hitting the G-spot of Sue's redacted, pounding her insides like there's no tomorrow. Sue let out another scream, moaning crazily like a sex-crazed maniac who desire the unbelievable pleasure. Sue let it all out, wanting more pleasure from the blue blur, and so on. Sonic punishes Sue even more by spanking her right to her firm round redacted. That got Sue going on and had her squealing. Oh, yes, spank my redacted, baby. I've been a naughty woman. Redacted me harder, she shouted. Sonic kept his mischievous grin as he pounds the bricks out of Sue, redacted her brains out like a wild animal. His instincts soon had taken over his mind and body, and he was quite certain that he's going to give her the time of her life. Sue, who kept moaning, let's just see the dialogue coming up. Sue, who kept moaning, she couldn't even speak nor try to play with herself or fondle her own body just by how much Sonic is giving it to her, and with that she buck up her hips and let the Sonic to pound her mercilessly without breaking a sweat. Look, can I highlight this and like give it to TTS? No, I can't. Fuck. All right. Use your imagination, Sue screamed.
You like that, don't you? You love this Sonic loving?
Sonic asked, teasing Sue.
Yes, it feels so redacted good, Sonic. Don't stop. Don't you redacted stop.
Sonic delivered a few more smacks to Sue's redacted, causing her to squeal once more and continuing his merciless pounding. Sonic caused the bed to shake rapidly, including having the headboard to bang against the wall, which slowly created a little dent against the wall. Sue hollered like crazy. It felt like she was enjoying a nice relaxing massage in a spa. Now, look, I know Little Sonic has done like a billion of these chapters, alright? Is he going at like supersonic speeds right now, like in relation to his actual speed, you know? Like, just I'm curious, alright? There's reasons for that. Sonic groping Sue's redacted, including deliver 2 more smacks right to it. Sue breathed heavily from the large amount of pleasure that Sue feel within her body, all because of Sonic giving it to her better than Reed Richards. As their sex rages on, with Sonic in control of pounding mercilessly to Sue, the heroine decides to make things more interesting by using her powers to become invisible. Oh, you certainly fucking waited some goddamn time. This surprises Sonic as Sue turning herself invisible, so he stopped when he was doing until Sue stopped him there. What the fuck did I just read?
No, don't stop, Sonic. Keep redacted me. I've been having this fantasy that you made love to me while I became invisible, she urged.
That sounds like some projection from the author, dude.
Wait, seriously?
Sonic asked.
Yes, if that's okay with you.
Sure, I don't mind. Besides, I really wanted to know what it's like to have sex with an invisible woman or a ghost.
I'm sure there's a chapter with a ghost as well. I would not be surprised. With that being said, Sonic continue with his pounding and making the Invisible Woman moan again, continuing on with their intensive sex. It felt weird to Sonic that he's thrusting into an invisible woman, like he's having a daydream, but soon got over with and continue with the sex, putting all of it behind. Sue in her invisible form moaning as the hedgehog thrusting, every inch of her wet womb pounding her insides. She rested her hands onto Sonic's stomach, gently rubs it and continuing to enjoy the intensive pleasure flowing from within her body. Sonic went on pounding Sue for almost 40 minutes, and after a couple more thrusts, 40 minutes? Wasn't he like just a whatever? He then switches positions by having Sue laid beside him on his right. That's highly specific. Sonic lifts Sue's leg up and then re-enters his erection back inside her redacted and continues with his merciless pounding. Sue gripping on the bedsheets, biting her bottom lip, with her eyes closed, moaning some more from Sonic's endless thrusts. Sonic puts more back into it this time, getting too aggressive with his thrusts, this time pounding Sue hard as he can and going in rapid speed. All together. Sorry. No, that is all together. I just read it like a fucking retard. I looked at the word and I was like, oh, is it misspelled? No, it is all together. It's just... Is it supposed to be put together like that? Hold on. Okay, no, that's right. That's right. I just... Fucking hell. Sorry. Altogether, punishing Sue Storm more, making the heroine losing control of herself, and she began hollering in the bedroom loud. Yes! Redacted me, Sonic! Give me all of your unbelievable Sonic loving! Sue hollered. Sue rolling her eyes backward to her skull, going insane, as the pleasure was too much for her to control. Sonic reached his hand over to Sue's breast, and gropes the invisible breast. How did you know where it was? Rubbing it sensually, rubbing it sensually to add the pleasure and to arouse her a bit. Sue couldn't think of anything, but all she can do is think of the pleasure and the sex she's having with Sonic, enjoying every last bit of it. Her tongue began sticking out hanging like a dog who's excited for a delicious treat. Sonic grinned mischievously. How does he know? Pounding Sue more and more with unlimited stamina. And he wasn't going to stop now. Ferrets, welcome to the stream as well. Yes, you've joined at a very interesting time, by the way. Oh shit! Speaking of, I think one of the kids is done. Hang on. Oh my god! Finally! We got a new female! Jesus Christ! Weird to say it like that, but it's really important. Because the other ones are getting old. Where's the other kid? There's one more. Echo. Oh no, I don't like that. There's only one female in the new generation. Everyone else is getting pretty old. Shit, man. You guys need to make more kids. Oh, they're getting tech points like crazy though now. I like that this is self-sustaining, however. I think they're good. CJ, I think the first one, like chapter 1 of Little Sonic's Harem, isn't like it probably wasn't intentionally written badly. I think it was just written the way it was, like at least the first like maybe couple of chapters, right? But then I think people liked it because of that, and the author behind it continued to do it intentionally for every chapter. So it's hard to take it seriously if it's just written shittily on purpose, or if it's just written shit by accident. Like, holy fuck. Anyway, speaking of Sonic Harem, wait, is everybody like alive now? No. Rocket's still dying. Everyone's fine. It's just Rocket. Okay, you need to rest.
like a minute. Oh, CJ, all of the I should mention all of the redeems are dead because my computer exploded. I had too many things open, including Subway Surfers, and everything just died. Rocket doesn't want to live. Wait. If it's ferrets? Oh, ferrets is 14. I thought ferrets is fully grown up. Not yet. Soon.
Ooh.
I need to have more kids. Oh, actually, how much was it for? That's a lot of points. Oh. Maybe I'll wait until I get one more point spirituality, because that could be kind of soon, and then I'll wrap up after that. Yeah, Jenny, soon, ferrets, soon. Alright. Azurai, he made it just in time. There's no TTS, by the way, because, again, thingy broke. Sugar's also dead, too, by the way. Sugar's no longer around. You needed to be here in the first, like, fucking hour, alright, of the stream being live if you wanted to do TTS. Scammed? You guys are getting hardcore scammed. No refunds, Azurai. They skipped the redeem queue, okay? Also, Azurai, you'd probably like this. We're reading Sonic fucking the Invisible Woman, apparently. Shit, where are we up to? Being a zoomer? So yeah, no, okay. There's virtual villages, Subway Surfers, and you're getting ASMR fan fiction. All right, what more could you want? Okay, what more could you want? Oh, right. I did that one. I looked at this paragraph. Sonic spent the whole 35 minutes pounding Sue more and more with powerful force into his thrusts, and after a couple more, Sue decided to switch positions, but decided to suck on Sonic's shaft some more, so that she can taste her juices. Sonic again moaned, love how Sue is sucking him off, and even suckle his balls, to earn even more pleasure for the hog. And after she strokes Sonic a few seconds, and Sonic a few seconds, and I keep adding the word and. There's no and in there. She strokes Sonic a few seconds, then she had Sonic on his back once again. She then climbs on top of him in a reverse cowgirl, before she could place Sonic's erection back inside her womb. She decided to tease the hedgehog a bit by pressing her invisible ass against Sonic's erection, and rubs it using only her ass by giving Sonic an invisible butt job. Sonic recognized this just by the feeling. He let out some soft moan, enjoying the nice butt job giving by Sue, who was smiling seductively. Spending a minute or two rubbing Sonic's erection using her ass. She then takes his erection and enters it back inside her womb, and then bounces her hips and body onto Sonic's lap, riding the hedgehog's lap once again. Sue playfully rubbing her breasts. Her hips began moving on their very own, and she again went crazy. Azurai, if there's a Shrek X crew, you might as well get ready for the next stream, alright? Because I think this might be a reoccurring thing. No, this is written by Little Sonic, who might be a self-insert for Sonic. We're not sure yet, because I didn't know Sonic had flesh and flame tattoos, alright? Fucking hell. Human Woman X Sonic. You know, it's funny you say that, Azurai. It's basically been Human Woman X Sonic for a while, until he finally talked about the invisibility aspect of the fucking thing. Like, Jesus. Crazy times. Yeah, fuck. Back before all this AI nonsense, alright? Goddamn. Sue Storm. Yeah, the Invisible Woman from, fucking the Marvel Rivals. How topical, right? Yes, give me more, Sue moaned. Sonic began groaning. He wraps his hands around Sue's invisible hips, with their sex getting too freaky, and of course intimate. Sonic gripping tightly to Sue's waist as she bounces on his lap harder and faster at the same time, both moan together, and their bodies being covered in the beads of sweat due to the non-stop pleasure and ecstasy they both embrace and feel together. As minutes went on, almost to an hour due to Sonic's limitless stamina, Sonic again groaned when he feel that his balls began tightening, notifying him that he's almost close to his limit. He was close to his limit like an hour ago. Like, what happened? Damn, Azurai, damn.
Sue, I'm getting close. I think I'm going to.
Sonic trailed off. Yes, I can feel it too, Sonic. Come with me. Come inside me. Give me everything you got. Sue moaned, playfully groping her breasts. Like, I love the attention to detail. Like, we can't see this as the narrator. Like, this, she's invisible, all right? With, it's like... and also, if he does the thing again, I swear to God. With more movements from Sue, and a very last one, both Sue and Sonic let out a loud and mighty scream as both of them reach their limit and climax together. Sonic's spunk releasing a lot of fluids, filling the invisible woman, causing some to splatter out of her, and Sue juices release out and splashing out, reaching their limit as both of their liquids mixed together into one and ended their intensive and satisfying sex. After taking a few seconds to catch their breaths and regaining their strengths, Sue takes Sonic's shaft out of her redacted and climbs off of the hero before she can cuddle up with the hog. Sue then stops using her powers to review herself and shares a satisfying smile.
That was...
That's Sue. That was fantastic, Sue gasped out, sighing with happiness, rubbing Sonic's chest.
Yeah, it sure was fantastic,
Sue commented, wrapping his arms around Sue. Jesus Christ. Hedgehog in my porn. Azurai, I always read fanfic here. What are you talking about? Nah, but because I didn't want to do Steam discussions, and there's not that many like Dustborn Steam discussions, and I don't really know what to do for Steam discussions anymore. I'm kind of done with season 2 for now, until I don't know, something crazy happens, I guess. I guess I'll go back to this. All right. Mastiddle event. I've heard that the Mastiddle event is for like kinda boomers. It's archetype specific, isn't it? It's like solo mode stuff. Heroes Anniversary Pack. Is that confirmed? Is it actually? Shit. I might start spending money again. Fuck. Some Inferno Bolt. I forgot they're part of the thing. Dude, I don't know what to use for the event, if I'm being totally honest with you. There's no hero event. Hero Anniversary. I mean, I imagine they're saving the cut-in animation for Neos for that old art, because I am absurd. Well, I'm like blown away that Neos doesn't have a cut-in animation, considering he's ultra rare and a card that barely anyone uses. Yet they give it to Flame Wingman. Ah, I see. Sorry, anyway, I gotta read this poorly written fanfic. We're almost done, I think. Yeah, there's the end. How you became this good?
I've slept with various women, including Black Widow, Miss Marvel, and there's She-Hulk.
Wait, you had sex with She-Hulk?
Yeah, I know. It's shocking, but that's the truth.
I see. So, is that how you became this good with sex by your current age?
Precisely.
Did you happen to sleep with a villainess too?
Yeah, to be honest. But, can we not talk about that?
If you insist. So Sonic, would you like my phone number?
Yeah. You want to do this again sometime since you're getting close to end your marriage with Reed?
That, and maybe you and me can hang out sometime and again have some more fun.
I'll take you up on that offer.
I'll give it to you later on, by the way.
What? Something wrong?
Sue didn't respond, but instead she responded with a passionate kiss on the hero's lips before pulling away.
Since the guys aren't back yet, care to have some more fun with me?
Sue asked.
Well, judging by that I don't have... Wait, what? Judging by that I don't have anything else to do but watch the Baxter building, sure, I can have some more fun.
Sonic answered, getting on top of Sue. Sue smiled and pulled Sonic as they engage in a makeout session. And with that, they start another round of their lovemaking. And during their sex, the side table began to shake as the two got freaky once again, with the sound of moaning coming from Sue, and thus their everlasting sex rages on. Chapter 257 is complete. Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman from the Fantastic Four, is our lucky woman to have a turn with the blue blur. Hope you guys enjoy the chapter. Read and review, everyone, and tune in next time for the next girl to have her fun with Sonic. I think these are comments from people. I'll think about it. Perhaps. Aspiring Creator, thanks a bunch for understanding. Glad you enjoyed the Jean Grey chapter. No way. Wait, Supersonic, no way, never again. Sorry I was a little hard on you, but allow me to explain this. Ahem. I just only had 6 of the MLP characters, and I plan not to do it again. I can't do that. I hope you understand. What? What? No, it's alright. It's a 10-hour loop of Subway Surfers. I'm not actually playing it. I have no idea what the fuck Subway Surfers actually is. Other than the fact that it's like that Temple Run game. Shit, man. Maybe I'm just too old, but like Temple Run is like my first instance of that style of game. All right, Subway Surfer is just the latest, like the Zoomer version of it. Went bored. Yeah, like that jetpack game. Oh my god, Jetpack Joyride. Jesus Christ, that was fun. That was a fun game for high school. Holy shit. Terrific. Yeah, Ferrets. There's 360 chapters of this if you choose to read it. Also, let's see, Sans. I believe I've already made my decision on that request. My answer is no. I have no interesting of adding any of the Undertale girls in the story. Plus, please restrain yourself from demanding me, and demanding will not get you anywhere. I do not tolerate anyone that demands their request. This little... Oh! Oh! This is in response to the previous chapter. He's responding to these people. Fucking hell. Okay. Newer than Temple Run? It's not that old, right? Hang on. CJ, Temple Run came out in 2011. Okay, you have a point. Why is it so popular now? Why is everybody playing it now? The game's old as fuck. It came out in 2012, like a year after. What? Okay, that's weird. I didn't realize it was that old. Surely, like, it must have been like a recent update. Had to have been. Anyway, I think that's all for this
I don't plan on going much longer, by the way, after reading that. You can't see it on the stream, but the drop-down menu here, there's a lot of characters, and I have not read them all. I've only read like 5 or so of chapters in full. Yeah, 360. I have read the last chapter. You got people like Android 21, Sky, Vanessa, Candy Kong, Bumblebee. Wait, like the Transformer? Hold up. Okay, never mind. The Teen Titan. Not a Transformer. I was gonna say. Lola Bunny. Lady Deadpool is on here as well. What the fuck? Lucina, of course. Widowmaker. April O'Neil, specifically the 1987 version of April O'Neil. Oh my god. Bulma. Double. Elastigirl. The real Bumblebee. I would assume Bayonetta is part of it. Bayonetta has to be on the list, CJ. You can't... Yeah, it's like fucking one of the first ones. It's chapter 23. It's Bayonetta. Like, they did all the obvious ones really early on. And then they started getting really obscure requests. Oh my god. Wait, Hatsune Miku is on the list? Oh my fucking Christ. I'm not reading that one. They did do a lot of MLP characters. Holy shit. I want to know if he like anthropomorphed them or just like had them as ponies, I guess. Like fuck. Jesus Christ. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Back to virtual villages. Okay. Maybe for an anniversary stream, CJ. Maybe for something special. I'm not just gonna randomly read the fucking Hatsune Miku fanfic with Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. I'm not just gonna do that. Alright. I need to make more babies. That's important. I can get this, though. 80,000 points for the next one. I think spirituality has something to do with... So, are you still watering the crops? Okay, no, hang on. Still needs additional researchers. I think the first level is only for... You're still a kid, right? Okay, you can actually do stuff now, apparently. Hold on. You're not a kid. Wait. The Ferrets is still 14. Wait, is 14 old enough to actually, like, do stuff? Can you... Holy shit! Okay. Harvesting is good. Actually, Ferrets, I should probably get you on tech. Actually. Yeah, I think tech's more important. Shekels can keep farming. Well, I need more breeders. That's a weird thing to say. Okay, that's good. Where's the other one? There's one more lady. Okay. Because they basically have unlimited food at this point. Oh shit. They're having a sextuplesome. Oh god, what have I done? Oh no. It's gonna get a bit raunchy in that shack. I hope they're not reading any fan fiction in there. Oh my god. Go back in there. I guess because they're no longer worried about food, it seems to be much more common that they'd like get it on, so to speak. Okay, there we go. Scheduled orgy. It's for the betterment of the community, all right? They gotta get in there. Get in the shack. Everybody in, please. I better see some babies. Wait, population went up. Does that mean it already happened?
Oh.
Villager has improved at beating. Oh, I think it does.
Oh.
Oh yeah, so you know if they're gonna like fuck it up or not.
Oh. Oh.
I kind of wish I knew that
Oh.
beforehand.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
You can just cheese it by looking at the population count.
Oh.
Oh, come on, get out of here. What are we doing?
Oh. Oh.
Tyranitar just isn't having it today.
Oh.
There we go. Got it. Okay, and then basically just have everybody, well, split from science and farming. And again, I personally, I've never made it this far before, so I've never had the farm, right? Now that they just have like an infinite sustainable food source, this can kind of just go on indefinitely. And with all these kids, everyone should be set to do whatever. You're a good farmer. I think, who was it? Somebody else had farming. Somebody else had farming. Alright. Whatever. I'm gonna grab Mopey then. You're gonna learn how to farm. Yeah, I think that's right. And Rocket should do... Yeah, Rocket should do more research. Okay. I just have a feeling Rocket might be the first one to die, because I don't think he's going to get any better. He hasn't really changed in his health value all that much, which is not good. And he's not resting. Either way, I think I might end stuff off there. If he does die, I can bury him tomorrow. Like, and so that, I think, is another puzzle. But I think, and everything should be progressing correctly. It's mainly tech points, right? Like, if I've got those two on food, I kind of just want everybody else doing tech research until tomorrow's stream, and then hopefully I have enough tech points to just buy everything else while they're all doing their bullshit. It really is but no, Tyranitar's fooding right now. Research. I don't know how to, though. I hope they just kind of learn it. Either way, like, I mean, they'll do some research, all right? People will do research. Oh, and who's the next kid to grow up? This one. Caboose. Oh yeah, Ferrets. The new event that happened today was a box washed up on the shore, and Mopey encountered it. And it was a sealed box, a tightly sealed box. And I was like, I know that there's a chance for a disease to wash over the fucking island with the box. I've seen that happen when I was a kid. Thankfully, though, the box birthed a child. So, +1 to population. Alright. But I think everything is in order. These kids should grow up by the next stream as well. So I think everything is set. They have like infinite food. No, they don't. Where the fuck is everybody? What the fuck are you doing over here? My other farmer. Yo, what are you doing? I'm worried if I leave them not doing what they're supposed to be doing, bad shit's gonna happen. When I come back, I mean, these two are the cheapest. I don't know what to focus on. I know construction is important for completing the Stonehenge. I don't know what medicine does other than, you know, keep people healthy, right? Fertility just increases baby count. Like, farming is important because then I can just have him go fishing, right? Construction would help this, but I don't think either of them... Like, I don't know what I have to do. Eventually I'll figure out what to do with this, but I'm pretty sure this is how you get the golden child. It's to do with this. There's something with it. I'll probably also need the flower bed too. This, I assume, will just happen naturally. Like, they'll take care of it. I think. I hope. We'll see what happens next time. The laundry? What? Whoopee. Can you, like, not do that? We're all Tyranitas harvesting. Someone's missing here. Who's missing? Maybe it's just placebo. Maybe no one's missing. He's got a little bit of farming. Okay, he's getting there. I think it's safe to leave them. Actually, no, fuck it. I'll do this because once the kid's done, you can go back to farming. Like, all you know how to do is farm. Let's get back to farming. Okay. I have full confidence that they'll live by the next stream, because I was so worried loading it up today and there was no food and everyone was just dying. So I think they'll survive. Yeah, that'll do it, CJ. I'll grow a child plant, like a child tree, and then like it'll bear fruit, and then I can harvest the children, right? That'll do it. But that being said, however, I think I'm gonna end stream there tonight. I hope you enjoyed the fan fiction. By the way, the cool fan fiction reading. But tomorrow, similar time, I'll head up with the next episode. I would assume day 3 is when shit starts getting crazy, right? You know, when I came back and had like 15,000 tech points, I think coming back the next, like, tomorrow is gonna have like fucking 30k or more tech points. So I think I'll be set. Yeah, the brain aneurysm. But thank you all for being here. I do appreciate you stopping by. And I think I might just disappear into the ether tonight. I might just fade away. I don't really have any plans for tomorrow outside of like continuing the playthrough. However, I might change up the layout if I can remind myself to do that, to actually probably fit the fucking game and not put Subway Surfers on it. All right, but until then, I'll see you around and take care.